Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Microbial Community. I am Aditya Mandal, working as a scientist in Bangalore. So yes, I know I have not uploaded videos since ages. I know that one, but I can't help it because due to some personal reasons I was unable to upload the videos. But yes, this time I promise you guys that I will upload every week at least one video and leave all of this and focus on the future. So yes, today I'm going to discuss about a very important topic, that is the microbiology and biotechnology future careers in post COVID world. The major thing is that few of the guys we just choose that, okay, we have to choose one line. So this seems very fascinating, this line seems very fascinating, microbiology and biotechnology. So yes, we'll go ahead with that, but we don't know about the future. Some of us, we do research and then we choose for the next step. But yes, you have to choose, you have to research about a field before choosing that one. Okay, so yes, so we are going to talk about it, like what is microbiology, what is biotechnology, and what is the future opportunities, future job opportunities, what kind of job opportunities are there. So that we are going to discuss in this video. So listen to the end and I'll give you the details of which are the companies that are providing jobs in India and abroad also. So stick to the end, don't skip the video, and hit a like, do subscribe to my channel for this interesting contents. So people, just let me know in the comment box that the what is the total amount of candidates or the students they choose to be in this field, or it's like they have done the research about this field and they are going for it. So just let me know in this comment. But seriously, I have done very low research about the field before choosing this. I know that this is a okay, this seems a microbiology. So I have done my bachelor's in microbiology, and I was thinking like that. Okay, this is microbiology kind of. I liked biology in my 12th, so it's like okay, I'll play with microorganisms. I'll do a little bit research on that one. So I'll go ahead with this one. So that's why I choose for it. But after joining to the BSc, it was a shock. I was literally shocked. Okay, this many syllabus and this much of organisms name I have to remember, and this much of work I have to do, and after doing all this work, what is the future? I don't know. To solve this problem, today I'm making this video. What and all problems I have been through, I don't want you guys to face the same issue, so that you can, like, you have to be in this line for a particular purpose or for a particular reason. So you have to know where you want to go. So I'll talk about this one. So let's move ahead. So this is the first slide. It's an introductory slide. And if I talk about the future prospects of the studying of microbiology and biotechnology, it's a, like, microbiology and biotechnology is a reshaping our world, and they are essential tools for medicine, agriculture, and industry. These fields offer dynamic and impactful career paths. So let me tell you guys one thing. The thing is that studying of microorganisms, and which is combined to a technology. So there is a difference between studying microbiology and there is a difference between studying biotechnology. So microbiology and biotechnology, the thing is that they are the father and the mother of this industry. So you have to, in a bottom line, if I say that it's a field of about, you have to take a microorganisms, you have to do a research on microorganism, and you have to choose a field, or you have to choose a particular microorganism to cure some disease, or to prepare something, or to make something that will help the mankind, whether it's in the agricultural field or in the medicinal field. So this is the main thing about this slide. But what are the future and how can you do that? Suppose today I'm studying microbiology, today I'm studying biotechnology. After my masters or after my BSc, what are the opportunities? What am I going to do with this knowledge? I have to put this knowledge in a good use. So to put that one, I need to know about this field and what about the opportunities. So yes, today I'm going to discuss all of this with you guys. So COVID, COVID-19, we all have faced the disastrous time. It was a very low time, but that time everybody got to know about these fields also, like this microbiology and biotechnology. People, because people are getting exposed to the vaccines. Like everybody, we all took the vaccines. Then we all Googled it, that what is a vaccine and why are we taking the COVID-19 vaccine and how it is going to help us. Even the, like, even who don't know about biology, who doesn't came from the biology background, they are also doing the research on this one. They are also searching in Google to know that one, because they are going to take it. Without the information, they are putting the life on the risk. They are thinking like that. But after reading everything, because our government, they will do each and every step with utmost careful, because they care for the people. So that's the that's about the COVID-19 situation. So after that, this field, this pharmaceutical field, or this medicinal field, or this agricultural field, these are the fields that are growing like anything. That is what I have explained in this, like I've told in this slide. You can see that this includes the vaccines, diagnostics, and clean energy, agricultural medicines, and environment. So the thing is that suppose you are a microbiology student. Currently you are studying microbiology, whether you are doing the BSc or MSc, irrespective of that one. So you know what kind of microorganisms are good for the human being and what kind of microorganisms are bad for the human being. So you have to take those microorganisms, you have to modify those microorganisms and put in a good use through a industry or through your own research. So that is what is most important. So that is why the pharmaceutical companies, the research centers, they're right now hiring candidates or hiring fresh candidates to do research on their projects. People are investing, the foreign companies and foreign persons, or for like foreign investors, they're investing in different projects that are related to the health, or that are related to the medicine, that are related to the agricultural field, because they know that this is the growing field. So you have to think in different ways that how these fields can help you to land in a better future, to land in a good job. Okay, now some of you guys will say that after BSc we'll do the masters and then we'll go for the PhD. That will clear the CSI net or the gate, and then we'll do the PhD. So yes, that is also a option. So I will break down different. I will break down this part in different sections. Suppose we are thinking in that way, that yes, we are going to do the BSc, we are going to do the MSc, then we are going to do the PhD. So that will be in the academic section. What about the others who are unable to qualify the CSI net? Suppose I'm telling you like this. The place where I came from, people don't know about these different companies that are existing in this current market. That okay, these are the companies also there. So apart from the academic line, if we want to go to the industry section, or if we want to do the research, if we want to put our knowledge into the research, so we can also do it in the industry also. So that I didn't know. But after like coming to the Bangalore, after doing my masters here, then only I got exposed to, because this is the broader area, this is a very big area, this is a very big city. So we are exposed to different industries, then only we got to know about it. So that is what I'm trying to say, that there are different kind of fields that I'm going to talk about. there are different kind of sectors. Suppose you are taking a microbiology or taking a biotechnology, we'll be having different sides like dry lab or wet lab. So what is dry lab and what is wet lab, that is also I'm going to explain to you in the upcoming slides. See, these are the career pathways I'm talking about. Research scientists that will innovate in the vaccine development and microbial genetics and the pharmaceutical sectors in preparing the medicines for different diabetes and cancers and COVID. Like suppose you take COVID-19, so after that we'll be seeing the research associate that will support the experimentation in the data analytics in the labs, like that is also in the industry. Next we are going to see the pharmacovigilance officer. This pharmacovigilance sector I'm going to talk about in detail in the upcoming slides, so just stick on to it. Next, clinical research associate conduct the clinical trials for new drugs and the therapies. Quality control officer and that regulatory affairs specialist. So these are all in the industries, not in the academic section. If you move to the academic section, you have to do the PhD, and then you can go for the JRF, SRF, that is a junior research fellowship, senior research fellowship, and then you can do your research, or you can do the professor. You can get appointed into the associate professor or part-time professor. So that will be in the academic section. Today I'm going to focus more on the industry section, because so many of us, we don't know what are the different fields there, or what are the different job roles are there in the industries. So I'm going to talk about the fields that are made, different fields that are related to the microbiology and biotechnology background students in the industry. Now guys, I'm giving you an example. Take my example. I have done my bachelor's in microbiology. Then I moved to Bangalore. I did my master's in biotechnology. Then after that, I did a course in Biocon Academy, that is on applied industrial microbiology. Then I moved to Hyderabad for a placement, and like I was there as a junior research associate. Then I came back to Bangalore, and then I'm working as a scientist in Bangalore. How I have planned all this? it's uh it's not a random thing. You have to plan like that. I'm just telling you different steps. Now suppose you are in BSc, focus on your studies, focus on doing something good research, irrespective of the universities, wherever you are studying, that doesn't matter. Just be in the lab, get the theoretical knowledge, apply the theoretical knowledge into a practical thing, do some good research projects. You can talk to your professors, you can talk to the HODs, you can talk to the like higher authorities in the college and conduct some good research, that so that you'll get exposed to different new things, and you'll get to know what are the research papers, and how to find the research papers, and how to read the research papers. And then you can do some more publications, because the publications also, it will help your CVs, it will help your future, because you are expanding your knowledge into the research. Just think in that way, guys. Do not be like an operating knowledge, or do not get the operating knowledge. Just think technical also. Do not mug up everything just to clear your exam. You can clear the exam. The thing is that the knowledge, you have to gain knowledge in BSc and your in masters. So BSc, you can do some one project, or you can do at least one publication, or go for the patent. In masters, that is the last and final step. You have to put all your efforts in your masters. You have to do multiple research projects. You have to publish papers like anything, like minimum 5 to 6 papers you should have after completion of your masters. Irrespective, you can publish the review article, you can publish the research paper also, you can conduct the good research, so that in that way, whenever you are applying for a job, it will boost your CV. That recruiter will think, yes, this candidate has a technical knowledge, this candidate has a practical approach to different thing. Like suppose you can do some work on nanoparticles, or like I'm giving you an example. There is n number of examples, n number of topics you can do research on. The thing is that, but be involved in the research to be in this line. People will think, okay, we'll go for the CSI net. If you are not able to go crack the CSI net, we'll go to the some other field, we'll go for the government job, we'll go for the other sectors like that. But because why? We don't know about different fields. Let me take you a point. Let me show you this thing with a pointer. Suppose you are going at for the research scientist. That means you have to work in the R&D, that is the research and development. It, see the name, research and development, that means they are going to hire those candidates only. Those are like people who are having knowledge to think, to conduct a research on their own. So you have to be knowledgeable for this one. Even for the research associate position also, and there also you have to be in this project. You have to be in a project where you can also give your thoughts and your inputs to the higher authority or your manager, so that they can work upon it. They can think in a good manner, and then they can implement those things in a research or in a particular project, so that your work can be done easily and smoothly. So this is like what and all I'm talking to you about. This is the wet lab thing. So now people, you are going to ask me, what is this wet lab and what is this dry lab you are talking about? So it's nothing but, wet lab means you are going to do all your work at the lab, at by your hand only. But dry lab thing, you have to, the thing is that we have to segregate in this way. Suppose you have one organism, suppose you are targeting one organism. How can you target the organism? You have to know about the organism, right? So to know about the organism, you have to do some good amount of research on that one. So you have to read the articles, you have to read the genome sequence to modify that one. So there comes the dry lab. So through the different bioinformatic, or like we have one role, like you'll be studying this one, bioinformatics. So this is a very good and very interesting course, and this is a very like growing field, I'll say. Bioinformatics, it will have like in this field you'll study about the different tools and the different softwares that will help you to analyze. And like you have to analyze the gene sequence, right? So it will help you to analyze the gene sequence. It will help you how to edit the gene sequence, how to design a primer. These are the few examples I'm giving you guys. You can do n number of things with this bioinformatics. You can do like most of your work in bioinformatics. You can design your organisms, so that like you can like restrictions and enzymes you might be heard of. So like you have to what kind of restriction enzymes you have to take, that is also a very important thing. So you can take a particular restriction enzyme, you can cut a particular gene sequence. So whether it's cutting a like in particular sector or not, that is also you can monitor. Whether suppose you are designing a particular drug, whether that drug is particularly it is going to be effective for the what and all targets. Suppose we are preparing for COVID-19 one drug, okay? So this is a COVID-19. So now think in that way. Suppose this is our drug. It's a lock and key method. If you are not having proper key to a proper lock, it is not going to open. So it's simply it's a simple matter that if your drug is not proper, it is not going to get bind with the target, and it is not going to act. So that is also you can do by protein docking. You can check whether your drug is sufficient or not. You can do the drug discovery, you can do the drug development with the dry lab opportunities. So here are the few job roles that I have mentioned in this slide. You can take a look at this one. That is a bioinformatician, analyze the genomic data, predict the drug targets. That is the important thing. Next, biostatistician, That's also a very fascinating line in this biology field. That's a statistical model that will be helping in the clinical trials. So clinical trials, people who are not heard of this clinical trial, let me give you a like brief idea about the clinical trials. Suppose we are taking our government have developed one drug for the COVID-19, right? So they'll do the first they have to do the research on the lab. Suppose in the lab, that will be the preclinical trials. So in the lab they got the successful, but they have to try it on human beings. So there will be the different sections of clinical trial. We will say like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and the post market also. So think in that way. First they'll take a few volunteers, and they'll inject their drug in those volunteers, and they'll take the data whether the drug is working or not. Each and every phases will be having different criteria of the evaluation. After the complete evaluation, only the drug will be in the market, so that people will get the 100% successful and safe drug or the medicine. So to help in that one, biostatistician will do they'll do prepare different models so that we can do the clinical trials smoothly. After that, this computational biologist, this is a very new field, and it's a very growing field, I'm telling you guys, because it will help in the protein modeling systems biology and omics. So it's like how I told you that you can design the protein structure. You can check in this system only that suppose you are having a particular ligand or you are having a particular target, whether your drug is going to act on that or not. So see how fascinating is this. Next, you can do the data analyst. That is also very important, because we will be having lots of data, like clinical trials data, whether what drug is in the market and which drug is in what phase and whether it's working or not. Data mining, visualization, AI, ML, drug discovery. Next, pharmacovigilance specialist. Yes, here I'm going to talk about the pharmacovigilance. Guys, pharmacovigilance is nothing but the what and all drugs are in the market. Those are in the clinical trials. Suppose I am like suppose you take an example of any drug, trastuzumab or insulin or whatever is there. You can take the example of any drug. You that suppose that drug, you have developed a new drug that's in the market. That's like I told you about the volunteers. So you have to take that data, like that whether that drug is showing adverse effect or not. Adverse drug effect means suppose you have taken one drug, it's a new drug, doctor has prescribed you one drug. So what is going to happen? Suppose after taking the drug you are feeling dizziness, you are feeling nausea, you are feeling you are feeling fever kind of symptoms. So those and all you have to tell to that same doctor, so that they'll record and they'll give that data to that company. So through a medical representative, or through the person who is responsible for selling this drug. So because they have to forward that data to the government, that okay, we have developed this drug and this is showing this effect. Then government will tell the company to do a thorough investigation. Why these are the effects? It's why the drug is showing this effect. If it is showing this effects, that means immediately you have to withdraw that drug from the market. You have to you are obviously, if it is showing the adverse effect, immediately you have to withdraw all the drugs from your market, and then you have to do the thorough investigation. You have that why this happened, and then you have to do the analysis. You have to do the root cause analysis. You have to do the corrective and preventive actions, and you have to do the few modifications on that drug, and then you can again the file it, and you can launch it. So all these data, it will be checked by the pharmacovigilance specialist. How interesting is that? So you have to, for to be in the pharmacovigilance line, you have to know about Microsoft Excel. That's one of the major thing. You have to know about Power BI. Learn about the Power BI, guys. It's a very important thing nowadays to learn about. You learn about few AI tools and how you can do that one. Learn about the bioinformatics. That's a growing field. Combine this bioinformatics with the your Excel or Power BI so that you can do the work smoothly in the pharmacovigilance field. And apart from that, you can also, like, you'll be having different roles like that. Suppose you'll be having different softwares and you'll be having different drug data. So by putting that drug data into that software, that software will give you different readings. Okay, and then based on that reading, you have to tell whether that drug is passing or not. Like, they'll be having certain criteria whether that drug is passing that criteria or not. So that is also a job of bioinformatician or pharmacovigilance specialist. So don't think in dry lab opportunities are not there. Full of opportunities, guys. Just do a research on that. And in the next upcoming videos also, I'll be talking separately on dry lab jobs and what is dry labs more, and what is wet lab and what is wet lab jobs, more about it. So stick on to my video, stick on to my channel, guys. Now next, I'm going to talk to you about the wet lab roles. What is wet lab roles? What is the wet lab concept? It's nothing but everything you have to do on the lab. So here are very few examples I have given you, like microbiologist, molecular biologist, bioprocess engineer, quality control, and biomedical scientist. There is so many other roles, like I have already discussed: research associate, junior research associate, senior research associate, then research fellow. Everything, like different roles, job roles are there. Senior officer, junior officer. You can work in the production, and there are different departments also. But I'm going to talk about in depth on wet lab job roles now. Suppose you are a microbiology candidate, you have done your job in like course in microbiology. Then what is the future job role you can target? You can target for the QC microbiology, QCMB. Under that, see, the thing is that under microbiology section, you'll be studying different part, like environmental microbiology and different, right. So under the QC sections, there is different roles. Let me give you an example. You might be doing the like a plate exposure method in that course. So here also this is the same thing. It's about the quality of your drug. Suppose from R&D or from production, one drug has been made, but you have to do each and every step. In each and every step, you have to do the quality checking whether that drug is out of diseased microorganism, whether it is passing the criteria or not. You have to do test in each and every step. So the role of a quality control team is a very important, because they are going to test our drugs before coming into the market, whether that drug is free from disease causing microorganism or not, or whether any other chemical impurities are there or not. Everything they are going to test each and every step. So QC, so under that they will be having environmental monitoring, they'll be having cell culturing, they will be having the microbiology, and they'll be having the analytical team. So there will be different teams under the QC. So you can target for that job role also, and you can target for R&D also. The thing is that to be in R&D, you have to do your research on different fields, yeah, or on, you have to show that yes, you are in the research, you are interested in research, you are interested in research. That's how you are going to show that interest. You have to show that interest through the your research projects that you are going to conduct in the your MSc or in BSc. You have to do the publications that yes, I am interested in the research field. Then only they'll consider you, they'll consider your profile. That's how the industry works. That's how, like, you have to put yourself a little bit forward by doing all these things. So that's how the uh, like people will choose you in the field of R&D, in the field of quality control. So you can go for the quality control, you can go for the R&D, you can go for the quality assurance. That is a separate team. So they'll do all the documentations, they'll check whether everything is perfect or not, everything is according to the governmental rule or not. ICMR, US FDA, different guidelines will be there. Their companies are following those guidelines or not, each and every step there, because that is also a very important thing. If you are not following the if you are not following the guidelines, your drug will not enter into the market. So think about this, guys. This is a very important job role that I'm going to that I'm telling you guys. And apart from this QA, again one more role is there, that is on RA, that is a regulatory affairs. It's a very interesting job role. Regulatory affairs also, they'll do the audits, and they'll check everything is going perfect or not, everything is going according to the guideline or not, people are following the rules or not. And they'll do all the filings, because you have to apply for your drugs to the governmental portal for the access to the clinical trials and everything. So they'll come, they'll do the audits, they'll check everything is going according to the rule or not. And that's all guys. So that job role also you can target. So next you can go for the molecular biology. So molecular biology is nothing but the what and all the gene related thing you are doing. Suppose you are starting one batch, or we'll call it as a upstream and downstream. I'll tell you guys what is upstream and what is downstream. So let me give you an example like that. Suppose you are producing one drug. That means what? You have one gene sequence, you have to edit that gene sequence, then you have to put it in a host cell. That will be your bacteria, that will be your yeast. And people will generally goes for the bacteria and yeast only. So you have to do all these things, cut, paste, everything. It will be, you have to do the gene modifications, everything will come under this molecular biology. Gene analysis, whether that clone is working or not, everything you have to check. You have to do the DNA isolation, PCR, gene cloning, modifications, everything. So this is how the fascinating isn't it? This The thing is that you are taking a gene, you are modifying it, again you are combining into a vector, and then again you are putting into the host cell, and from that host cell you are going to get your protein. See how fascinating is that? So that is the work of the molecular biology, and they have upstream section. They have decided this upstream section, they have divided this upstream section in some of the companies into the molecular biology and then upstream. Actually upstream is combined, molecular biology is included in the upstream only. Upstream is nothing but the taking the batches, you are growing the cells in a larger scale, so that you will be getting the more amount of protein, and then you have to process from that pellet or the supernatant, depending on the host, to the downstream, where you will purify that protein, and then you will get the protein in a powder form finally. So after doing all this crystallization and lyophilization, that is all about the downstream, guys. So in the upcoming slides and in the upcoming videos, I'm going to explain more about the what is the upstream and downstream. Next job role is bioprocess engineer. So see, scale up biological products and downstream processing. Bioprocess engineer is nothing but they'll do work on the upstream or the downstream. So upstream is, as I told you, you have to grow the cells, you have to get the protein in the large amount. Downstream is divided into different parts. Like some people will do the initial stage of the purification from, or initial stage of the recovery of the protein from the pellet or the supernatant, and then some people will go for the purification of the protein. So then some people will go for the crystallization and lyophilization, like the further steps. You all have studied the same thing in your MSc. So that's what. So like then they'll do the they'll do the analysis and they'll send the product in the market. So that is also a thing. The quality control analyst is nothing but, you have might have heard of the HPLC, you might have heard of the GC. So this all comes under the analytical team. So they'll do the analysis of your product in each and every step to check whether your product is good or not, whether your product is potent or not, or whether your product is pure or not. They'll do the final analysis and they'll give you the data, and based on the data you can move forward. So the role of this team is a very important team. And next will be the biomedical scientists. They'll do the research, they'll do the initial research in the lab. And as a scientist I can tell you, you have to work from the scratch. Suppose you have got one new disease, COVID-19. Suppose you take that example. So first they'll study what is COVID-19, what is this thing. They have to analyze the gene sequence and how it is behaving. So they have to analyze all those things. Then they'll try to analyze the thing, how they can prevent it, how they can cure it. To cure that one, what kind of drug they need to develop. So they have to do all the initial research. So they'll do all the research and they'll produce a model and they'll test the model in the lab, whether in small scale, and they'll check whether it's going good or not and it's effective or not. So if it is effective, then they'll do it in the bigger scale, and then they'll apply for the filings, and they'll go for the filings, and so that they can release the same product to the market, so that people can be beneficial for that one, they can be benefited for that one. So so this is a very I'm telling you, this is a very brief about the wet lab and the dry lab job opportunities in the market. What is wet lab and what is dry lab? This is the very briefly I can tell you about these guys. Because the thing is that when I was studying, there was no one to guide me. Very few people have guided me, and through that guidance I did some of my research, and then I got to know, okay, these and all fields are there. And I have to go here and there and find the informations. So it was a very hectic task, but here guys, I'm here for you. I'm providing you all this information so that you don't have to do anything. Yes, you have to do your own research, you have to find in yourself, yes, I want to be in this field. But yes, the thing is that I can tell you the pathways, which are the different pathways are there you can opt for. So stick on to my video. Next guys, that's what I was talking to you about. This is the main thing. This is the current global market. See about the market rise, guys. The thing is that global market and the growth projections. The global biotechnology market will reach USD of 3.88 trillion by 2030. It shows a CAGR of 13.9 percentage from 2023. The Indian biotech industry expects to grow to USD of 300 billion by 2030. So this makes India a top 5 biotech hub globally. So be ready, guys, who are studying in India, to get your life in this industry, and you can grow in this industry. So don't say opportunities are not there in India. Don't say opportunities are not there in the field. You might be missing different things, but no worries, guys. I'm here to tell you different updates, latest updates on different jobs, where and all jobs are getting opened, and which and all jobs you can go for. You can text me. I'll drop my Instagram, so that you can reach out to my Instagram also, that I can guide you guys that which are the fields you can go. Okay, if this is your passion, so you can go ahead with this field. And in that particular, in that field, these are the current job roles, you can go ahead. So I can guide you guys in that way. So now the post COVID boom increased investment in the R&D and the diagnostic center, because we all know about the vaccines. So people are investing in the vaccines productions, people are investing in the R&D. So see the graph pattern, 2015 2015 to 2030. I'll not say double, I'll not say double. It's a massive growth. And it's, think about different sectors: biopharma, bioservices, bioagriculture. See about the different sectors it is covering. See the biopharma section, it is covering almost 60% in the industry. So think in that way, don't say opportunities are not there, opportunities are there. And you have to find these opportunities, you have to get to those opportunities, you have to know the different fields of these opportunities. Next, I'll be talking to you about the leading employers in India and global. That's what, like, we are almost end of this session, guys. So the thing is that I'll tell you in this slide different companies that are the, like, they are in the topmost position in India and the global. I might be missing. I not might be. I am missing. I'll be missing different companies, and like, which are there in India, and they are also big in this pharma industry. I have listed a very few examples. These are all the examples. And like I have been I'm giving you the few example, guys. There is so many companies in the India and the foreign, so that you can, I'm just briefing you about the different companies in India. Suppose the Biocon Biologics, the Biocon Limited, and India's leading biopharmaceutical company. They are mainly into the insulin. So in India, they have been there for so many times. They are doing research on the field of insulin. They are doing the like the insulin analogs, the aspart and glargine. And like, they are in the field of cancer drugs. They are developed, they have developed the trastuzumab, they have developed insulin glargine, they have developed so many other drugs. They are, it's a global company, guys. And they have been hiring freshers from ages. So you can opt for that one. But this, remember this thing, guys, these are the very big companies and reputed companies. So you have to build your profile very much strong, so that you can get into these companies. Next will be the Serum Institute of India, world's largest vaccine manufacturing, that is in India. Next, Dr. Reddy's Laboratory R&D in generics and biopharmaceuticals. Next, the Syngene International Company, contract research and manufacturing. Next, the Laurus Bharat Biotech Panacea, Biotech Zydus Cadila, Aurobindo. So many other companies are there. Hetero, Vico, like so many other companies are there. You can go ahead for that companies also, because they are also doing the research. In India, there are so many pharmaceutical companies you can go for. Just build your CV towards research. Just contribute some work towards research. Do some publication, do some research work. It can be in the dry lab field, it can be in the wet lab field. They all have the dry lab and wet lab both fields. These are all companies, so you can opt for those companies. Now here I'm talking you about the top global players. Now Roche, you know this company, pioneer in diagnostic and biologics. It's based on the Switzerland. Next, Pfizer, it's a USA based company. Next, it's on the mRNA technology, vaccines and biologics. Then next, Amgen, Gentech, Novartis, GSK, Bayer, Moderna. It's all there in the world, guys, because this, they are the biggest companies in the market, and there is so many other big companies that are also there in the market. So you can do your own research. This is the just a few examples I'm giving you, so that you can initiate your research in this field. Okay, these and all companies are also there, so we can go for these companies. When you start doing your research, you can get to know, okay, these are all, apart from these companies, there are so many other companies I can go for. I have already told you the different job roles you can opt for. So there are different departments: R&D, production, QA, MSAT, QC, RA, uh, there are n number of departments. Once you go visit the company site, you will get to know, yes, these are all the fields I can go for. So think about it, guys. Do some good research, build your profile strong, and this is a like a very small slide, like it's a conclusive slide, you can say, that I have been telling you guys till now, that why this field matters now more than ever. COVID-19 impact, the world witnessed science power, vaccines developed rapidly, diagnostics became public knowledge, one health focus, integrating human, animal, environmental health, and a major domain in microbiologists. And next, the future bioeconomy, from lab grown meat to synthetic biology. And interesting fact, you guys know that we are also developing the human organs now in lab for the transplantations. So, like, or transplantation or drug delivery or the drug testing. So we are in the biggest field. Don't think that we are not. This is the biggest market, guys. This is the biggest field currently in India and in globally. So just stick on to it, do some research, do good study, and go ahead for this. So this is the final key points or final takeaways, guys, from my videos. And I will tell you guys in detail in my upcoming videos also, that how are you going to build that one. If you have any doubts, if you have any questions, do reach us to me. And remember, guys, even if you are getting lower marks or decent, like 70% or 80% marks in your studies, or 60 65% marks in your studies, don't think my future is gone. It's not gone. It's, you have to build your future, you have to put yourselves together, and you have to build your future in a right pathway, guys. And if you need any help, you can reach out to me, and I'll be happy to guide you guys, because I know this field is growing, and we have to contribute to the research, and we will contribute to the research, guys. So yes, so this is the end of my video. And if you like this video, do hit a like, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stick on to my YouTube channel, because I have promised you guys, this time I'll upload the videos each and every week, and there will be a different information, guys. So thank you to for this, for your time, and for watching my videos, and thank you so much, guys. Bye.